This video would not be possible without the help of AquariumProducts.com.
Thanks for watching AquariumTech today. Today I wanted to do an unboxing video, but before I do that, let me go ahead and give you a couple updates. First off, you can see the new tank I got back here, and the new fish too. We'll go over that some other time. I never even really went over the old tank. Something else I wanted to tell you guys is I'm going to try to get to a weekly lineup, if not better. I have a few other videos I'm pumping out for some other stuff and some other stuff I got to take care of, but I'm almost getting on that track as of now. And if you could see on my past few videos, hopefully you guys have noticed I've been really working on my editing skills for you guys, because that's always been the worst part for me, is editing. It takes me forever. But I'm getting really good at it. I've been able to make the videos shorter and more entertaining and hopefully educational. That's the biggest part, is educational and informative. So anyways, it's just going to be an unboxing and overview on something I've been wanting to try for a really long time. I don't know if you guys have seen it before on some of my past videos, but I've used some information from the site called AquariumProducts.com, and especially for like lighting and stuff. And these guys are real scientific about their testing. There's not a lot of testing going on in the world of aquatics. So, what is it? Ethology and actual aquariums and stuff. And there's not a whole lot of actual testing. A lot of it is market hype. And what I really like is these guys have gone out on their own and do a lot of their own testing and a lot of their own research. And I've referenced their pages in multiple videos. But anyway, so I go on their site, and you know, their LEDs that they suggested were these TMC, and we'll get to the LEDs in a second. But what I really liked about them too is they don't just sell any old products, even if it makes them money. They sell whatever they believe in, and they don't just say, "Oh, this is what we like, that's what you should buy." They test it, and they give you the pages to find out for yourself. I really like that. You guys should check it out, AquariumProducts.com. I've always really liked how they've done their site. Anyways, so the LEDs they suggest are the TMC AquaRays. They love them. And I've been interested in a long time. I've been teetering around the edge here. And so we finally got here at AquariumTech from American Aquarium Products the one I got here, and what I'm going to use this for is, it's a small LED, we'll unbox it here, and it's the Mini 400, and it's the freshwater one. It's a 6500 Kelvin one, which is nice because they actually make LEDs for freshwater plants, and you don't see that a lot. So, I mean, it's increasing more and more, but part of the problem is, like, you have companies like Marineland and Tetra, and there's one or two others I can think of, but I don't like their LED systems. You can tell they're cheap made, and you pay way too much for what you get. They can't even really grow. I won't get into that right now. We'll save that for another video. But so what I have here is the MountaRay system, which is the mounting kit, which is pretty nice. We'll go over that. I mean, look at the box. Just the box is freaking interesting. And we got the Mini 400. So let's go ahead and open it. Unfortunately, I actually already opened it. I tried to do an unboxing video. It didn't turn out good, so. But anyways, you open it up, and of course the first thing in here is your LED tile. So we're going to be using this on the Fluval Flora. Like I said, just by the name goes, it's a mini. I think it's 5 inches by 5 inches. And it's a tile, as you can see. Go ahead and take this out. And, I mean, I am really impressed with the build quality on this. You can just feel it in your hands. It is a sturdy piece of equipment. Of course, no fans. I like that. I've noticed a lot of the other high-tech stuff getting fans, and I've never liked that, especially with LEDs. If you just get a good heatsink design, you don't need them, because fans just waste more energy, and I don't like them for sound. So, I mean, very nice. That's not that cheap plastic. This is like hard plastic. I really like the build quality on this. Very sleek looking. And what else is interesting, I'd be wondering if you could use some other USB power converter if yours messed up, but it's got a USB cord here at the end. So that's your light, and then it comes with a couple brackets and screws here. I think that's if you want to mount it like in a canopy. But like I said, this is going to be used for the Fluval Flora. And I don't know if you guys remember, I had planned to use Ecozotic fixture for that, but it turned out to be too big and a couple other problems. And those of you that have the Fluval Floras know the problem with their stock fluorescent compacts. But anyways, then you've got your actual wall transformer. So it does come with your power supply. It's just kind of like your warnings and stuff about the drip loop. It's just a tiny little manual. It's in 20 different languages. Then you got your warranty card. What's amazing about this company, TMC, and I haven't bought a lot of products from them. You guys probably know they might be a big company, but at least here in the US, especially in our fish stores, they are not a big company. And 5-year warranty on these LEDs. 5 years. Most people expect their LED fixtures to last about 5 years, and that's what most are rated for. I mean, you usually go over that pretty easily, but rated 5-year warranty. Yours goes out before that, and they're pretty good on their customer service from what I hear. So, of course, I'm going to be reviewing this, and I'll be the judge of that, but that's pretty nice. And then it looks like you get a actual color manual. It's kind of like a setup, nice color, and it's not in 20 different languages, so you can read it out like that. So that's pretty cool, and that's what you get with the LED fixture. You know what, let me go over a few specs here just so you guys can know a little bit about this. Other than the 5-year warranty, I think the reason these guys over at American Aquarium Products really like this stuff, and of course, like I said, I will be reviewing it, is these guys have the true, I'm not sure if I'm using the right word here, patent rights for Cree's newest LEDs. So most if not all the other LED companies that are out there, including AI, have older model products because these guys have the real rights to it. It's got something called pulse width modulation, which I guess is a way for it to regulate the power in there, and which is partially why, you know, it's got lower power usage per LED, and per is a acronym. We'll go over that in another video, but it's basically a more efficient way to get useful light and light out of your fixture. But anyways, it's pulse width modulation is basically, I don't understand it very well, so again, you can correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but it's basically a way for the fixture to regulate electricity, whereas other fixtures, they don't necessarily regulate electricity. A lot of other fixtures that don't have that, it's usually, when you still see it, it's PWM, and most fixtures just use what's called, current reduction. That's right, current reduction. And that's partially why those fixtures get so hot, is because it's literally just wasting energy whenever something has to change on it. Like I said, I don't understand it all, but basically that's why a lot of these other fixtures get so hot, is because they're sitting there wasting electricity, whereas this thing has this pulse width modulation thing that can essentially eliminate that waste, and it, you know, basically takes what it needs. Now we go on to the MountaRay system. You can see it's pretty cool looking just from the box, and the only thing I've seen so far that I don't like it is it requires a rimless design, but I'm sure there's ways to get around that, like using the double and then just not putting it all the way on the sides. I don't know all of it yet. When we set it up, maybe I'll find out and post a video how to set it up and stuff, but or it'll be in the review. But anyways, you get this first. I mean, obviously this is what holds it to the tank, so it's pretty nice looking. You get one of these, you get the bar aiming thing that holds it to the aquarium, and then this is probably what it attaches to. So it's probably going to look something like, in fact, that's exactly what it's going to look like. And it's going to have this down here. So it's kind of a big mounting system for a small tank, but it's pretty sharp looking, I'll give it that. I'll go over more in the review, which will probably be a while. I'm going to thoroughly test this. Anyways, guys, hopefully that you guys enjoyed that. Hopefully you liked it. Here's a question for the day that I'd be interested to hear. I suggest you guys go check out some of these TMC lights and tell me what you think about them. Tell me whether you think that they can compare to, for instance, like AI's lights. I want to hear what you guys had to say about it. All right? Again, thanks for tuning in.